If you were the Niners, would you keep Jimmy Garoppolo just to keep him off of the Rams roster and pay him $24 million just to make sure that the Rams do not get a competent quarterback? Or would you feel obligated? What are we going to do? Keep this guy here and keep him from what could be an incredible year for him personally, let him go be the Rams quarterback and settle it on the field like adults?
Was Jimmy starting for sure over Walford,
Yes,
Bryce Perkins, and
Yes.
Luis Perez?
Wait, Luis Perez from F1?
Luis Perez from Texas A&M Commerce.
Did he just replace Daniel Ricciardo for the Orange team?
Keep an eye on Luis Perez.
All right. Yes. So what do you do?
That situation would be kind of dicey. I would pay him to just stay on the side, and maybe Jimmy'd be cool with it. They wouldn't have a choice. I mean, they would have to go sign him. I think this is where, honestly, you kind of work with Don Yee. Like, can I get him to the Steelers right now?
What?
Because if the Niners could get him to the Steelers tomorrow by cutting him and just have him get there and just avoid everything else, Seattle, the Rams, I think they would do it. But it's kind of hard because I bet
wait a second. What happened to do the right thing? Do right by the guy. Release him and let him choose his destination. Now you're going to pay him $24 million to stay on the team?
Well, to me, the Rams, I don't view Seattle as an equal. The Rams, I would not be cool with.
So you would keep him on the team, have Trey go through that to keep Jimmy from playing for the Rams. Not good enough for us, but too good to go play for the Rams.
Well, let's just say that's an option. Stafford goes on IR next week. Out for the season, needs Tommy John.
Yeah.
I think then that's when Don Yee and they make it, because part of it's been like, we're all on the same page. We're all buddies. See, John Lynch is like, see, we're all buddies. And it's true. You and I are seeing it. It's like, God, they're all buddies. Like, everyone's all being buddy. That's when I think it would get a little weird, right?
What, for sure. Because right now, ultimately, there's no competitive disadvantage for the 49ers if he plays for the Seahawks or, the Steelers. If you're the 49ers, you are directly helping your biggest competition, the defending Super Bowl champs, if you release Jimmy Garoppolo knowing he's going to sign with the Rams.
Well, do you think if
that's like they can't push back ultimately on they can't really push back on Don if Don says to them, and this is the point you've been making, you are not doing right by my guy. But if they refuse to release him to play for the Rams, it'd be the one time you could make the case, I understand why they're just holding on to him, right?
I heard
pay him, but
I heard Lund mention this. I don't know if Kyle said it this morning or someone wrote it, that they offered Jimmy the opportunity if he wants to come to meetings and go through it all, and Jimmy declined.
Well, was that when we were talking to Kawakami today? Was that part of that conversation?
Did he mention that?
I didn't hear him say that, so maybe you heard that somewhere else.
I heard it on the radio for sure driving home. So it's like, listen, I'm being a good guy, but I'm not like all in on pretending this whole, just coming around. So there is a line.
Meetings either.
I wonder, did you see that the guy that Goodell appointed,
press conference today,
the guy Goodell appointed to do the appeal, I guess has some NFL connections. He's like worked on some different deals. Let's just say he gets a year or an indefinite. Like, he's no Deshaun Watson this year. And the Browns through Don Yee are like, listen, we don't have any picks because of what we traded for a guy that is now suspended for a year. Bizarre situation, we know, but it's a situation we're in. We cannot trade for him. Can you force him to get cut, and then we will immediately sign him, and we'll work on a deal, incentivize it, and make it worth everyone's while? If you're Don, do you work with the Niners and let them know, like, hey, listen, and if you're the Niners, you just get him there, whatever. It's not the end of the world. And just, he's somewhere.
Yeah, not in LA.
Yeah.
Maybe, but at the same time, if the Browns are in that position, then they should be. If, like, all of a sudden the Browns would then have an incentive to trade for him, because what they wouldn't want is Jimmy to be a free agent when the Rams have a need.
Or, like, what if their division rival, the Steelers, got him?
Yeah, all of a sudden there's a market. Where did this come from?
Right. Well, this is what they've been waiting on.
A couple things happen. Somebody said trade Jimmy for a first.
But the Steelers
would be a 2024 first. The Rams 23 first belongs to the Lions.
The thing with the unlike the Browns, I mean, technically, I would imagine they'd make him mess with the salary a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have the space, right? That's their thing.
Yeah.
The Steelers, I'm pretty sure 100% aren't even close.
They have $13 or $14 million in space, the Steelers.
You're right.
I think Jimmy
12-8.
would take $14 million to play for the 13 or whatever, 12.
Steelers got
Play for
12-8.
the Steelers.
Yeah.
To be the Steelers quarterback.
Like, would he just take like a base of 10 and then I'll incentivize you another 12 or whatever?
To be the
That's
Steelers
that
quarterback.
the Browns do have the pitch of like, hey, we'll give you a we'll give you a 7th. They can go up to a 5th. We'll just take on the salary. I mean, how do they have $48 million of cap space?
Well, the quarterback cost $1 million this year, so there's part of it.
Guy, they have
how much is Amari making?
They have more than double. It makes 20. They have more than double the next team, which is the Raiders. 22. They have $48 million of space.